Somebody just asked me some couple of hours ago, and they asked me a simple question. You said we are at war, and we have to be prepared. So how do we prepare, and how do we fight this war? Yes, I said we are at war, and it's not a new thing. It's something that has been ongoing for a very long time. And then remember too, I mentioned two things. I said we have to be mentally and spiritually awakened. For now, I've not talked about the physical one. So why did I say so? Because the first war we are supposed to be fighting is awakening. And what has it got to do? It has a lot to do with the ideology that we have bought from these people. We have bought their ideology. We have really thrown away everything that makes us the original and natural people, and then borrowed their artificial ways of life. For instance, there are things we do that are detriment to our own health. It doesn't allow us to live long, and it doesn't really make us develop well, especially in the area of reasoning. First of all, there are this idea that if you're rich, you can afford to feed your newborn baby with cow milk and baby food, and these are things that they introduced. But we know that baby friendly, which is breast milk, does not only help the child, it also helps the mother. It saves her from breast cancer. Now, we have a lot of African or black women all over the world, both in America, that are suffering from breast cancer. And now, if you trace their history very well, you see that many of them denied their child or their children this baby friendly, this baby milk, which we know has a long way in keeping the mother alive and in keeping the baby healthy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking from experience. So what do we mean? And if you look at it medically, it has been husbands has been advised to at least suck their wife's breast a day to save her from cancer. Now, how much more when a child gets, is the child's right, is the child's food, for the child to be living on breast milk. It is good for the child, it is healthy for the mother as well too. So these are things that we have thrown away, because there is you can always enter a shop and buy cow milk, you can baby food. So we don't tend to look at what nature has offered to us. These things has been there, and they are there because they have a purpose, and they have a part to play in our life, but we neglect them. Now, talking about healing now, we know that so many sicknesses, people are suffering from so many diseases, but these things can be cured with ordinary foods. These are African foods. They are specially designed to cure such sicknesses. And if we as a people do not understand that, and we keep living on the artificial food and drinks that these people offer us, then we have a price to pay. The first war is the war of their ideology. Everything they have told us, everything they have taught us, we've seen that it is negatively, influencing our lives. So that means everything they told us was wrong, was bad. So we have to drop them. We have to drop those ideas. We have to drop those ideas and pick up what is us, what is ours. So this is what I say. This is the first battle, the mental battle. Let us stop seeing their things as being superior and good, which we know they are not. We have fresh tomato, but Africans prefer to buy tinned tomato. Why? Because they are imported. It makes no sense. Even in the United States of America, people know that when you eat organic foods, it's expensive. That is the first sign that shows you that the foods are good. Secondly, it is healthy. And that is why a lot of people avoid sickness. If you want to grow old, you eat natural foods. And these are things that we have in Africa. These things are common. These things are easy to get. They are there for us to have. But we have sold them out because we have embraced the white man's way of life. And then we forget about what is ours. This is the first fight. Now, the second fight is this, because when we talk about, it's not when we talk about them being mentally enslaved by them, we are not just talking about religion. We are talking, it goes beyond religion. It goes beyond religion, even to the food that we eat. The things that, I mean, we derive pleasure in this, their junk and fast food. When we have our own natural foods, you see, when you live your life like an African, and then you eat the things you're supposed to eat, you will be healthy. There is no need for you to go and do vaccine, or you will see that you're visiting the hospital. If at all it will be, I mean, it will be countable times. But people rush to hospital every month, maybe 3 or 4 times a month. Before the end of the year, 30 times. You understand? At times they get admitted. Why? Because of the things we eat. There is nothing wrong with your body. When you were created perfectly. But because you have embraced this Western way of life, and you eat Western food, and you drink Western drink, and then at the end of the day, you see that most of those sicknesses we are not initially find in our body is now begin to manifest because we are eating what they are eating. And these things damage the body. They damage the body system. So this is the first war. Then the second war, like I said, there is a physical war, whether you like it or not. So, but first of all, we have to be awakening in the spirit. We have to understand that what we are dealing with, it goes beyond the physical, entity. It has something to do with spiritual foundation. And these people, like we say, most of them are the devil's men. They have sold their soul to Satan because, he is a father of all deception. And these people, deception is their life. So they are acting like their father. So you can't just win them physically. You need to apply some spiritual level of aid. You need to be rooted spiritually for you to be able to discern the kind of people they are. They might be smiling with you, laughing with you, even give you anything that you demand from them. But then in their mind, they want to kill you. And when they have the slightest chance, they will kill you. So don't be deceived by those fake smiles or those hugs no. It doesn't mean that they like you. Smiling for them is a natural thing. Pretending to be happy around you is a natural thing. So we are not just fighting people. We are fighting people that have been possessed by demonic and forces, that you cannot see. Today now they are okay. But when that thing comes upon them, they start reacting. And this is why they hate you. They love their dog more than you. Not because you are not, you don't deserve their love. No, but because this is who they are. This is who they are. A brother called them, he said these people are various. This is who they are. Whatever they target, they destroy. And if you are not careful, you will be a victim. And in as much as I'm saying this, there are also those who are not possessed, who are normal, who are human beings. But it's unfortunate that the majority are those who are possessed. There are a few of them who are normal, who has a kind heart, who are good. But what will you not say? Will you, because of the 1,000 that are good, and then overlook the 10,000 that are vicious and dangerous, that wants to destroy your life? No. So the question is this: must we relax, or should we be alert? We have to be alert. 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 So I don't know who I'm talking to. Like I said, there is a war. So what we do is prepare. But for the physical fight, we need to come together. We need to come alone. We need to come together. We don't need to fight alone. We need to come together and find a way to agree on how to defend ourselves. We have to use every means possible to defend ourselves and our own. Our children are vulnerable, our women are vulnerable, but we need to defend them. We have to find a way to defend them. We have to find a way also to defend our own image. We know that we are going after what is ours, but the enemy will not relax and watch you take over what he has taken from you over the years. So the fight is real, but it's going to be intense and it's going to get worse. But then we need to prepare ourselves. We need to prepare ourselves, especially to protect and preserve both our children and our women, and our women, yes. To preserve them. There is a big work ahead. And I want us to come together as a family to be able to deal with this thing.